What's up, everybody? This is Jose from Sun Life. On today's video, your Uber driver is not going to kidnap you. So today, I had two passengers, females, on the phone. Now, I Uber drive after midnight, so it's late at night. Both of them are on the phone, on speaker, and they're just on the phone. They're not having a conversation. Now, look, man, if you look like a victim, you're more likely to become a victim. Now, I got women in my car late at night. Last night, I had 4 different women who were my Uber passengers who put their hands on me, okay? And I had another girl who wasn't a passenger who saw me in the cowboy hat and decided to try to get in the car, and other girls had to drag her out. Now, I don't know if you live in some weird place in Oklahoma. I don't know where you live, but here in the Sarasota area, if your Uber driver is driving a $50,000 or $60,000 car, he ain't got time to go to jail. He got bills to pay. Okay, so I got women all the time that are drunk, passed out. In fact, as an Uber driver, I'm more afraid of a female passenger than I am of a male passenger, because all of the crazy experiences that I've had on Uber have been with females, not with males. Now, the difference between a female and a male is that I'm 280 pounds and I can just about sock the crap out of any guy. Most guys aren't gonna want this. I'm 280 pounds. Most guys are not gonna get into a dispute with another Uber driver my size. What am I gonna do with a female that's disrespectful or violent? Your answer is as good as mine. Your Uber driver is not thinking about kidnapping you. And in fact, the weirdest thing about this situation is that the only time I think about kidnapping an Uber passenger is when the Uber passenger is acting like I might kidnap them. It's a subconscious cue that the reason why you're on the phone, even though you're not having a conversation, is because you're scared of the Uber driver. And the reason you're scared of your Uber driver is because you're afraid the Uber driver is going to kidnap you. And you're subconsciously, just in the back of the Uber driver's mind, is the notion that you are thinking that the driver is going to kidnap you, which makes the Uber driver think about that scenario taking place. It's absolutely the most ridiculous thing ever. Now look, you order an Uber whenever you feel like it. The Uber driver is out there all night long, dealing with all types of people, seeing all types of situations. In the case of my Uber account, I have over 1,400 passengers or something. It ain't gonna be you. But even if it was gonna be you, it still wouldn't be you. You learn a lot as an Uber driver, a lot of street smarts. I thought I knew a lot about life until I became an Uber driver, especially in this metropolitan area late at night. For the most part, your Uber driver sees all types of scenarios, deals with all types of people, and your Uber driver is also in a lot of situations where people are vulnerable because they're intoxicated, they're high, or they're just in a weird predicament, and that's why they ended up in an Uber. So if you're going to your mom's house at 1 o'clock in the morning, you don't need to be afraid of your Uber driver. Your Uber driver who has 1,000, 2,000 passengers isn't gonna single you out on the way to your mom's house. If you're sober particularly, if people are intoxicated, maybe they're intoxicated, okay? But if you are sober, the chances that your Uber driver is gonna pick you out of the bunch, and it's never somebody if you're this marvelous, attractive woman, ain't nobody want you, you are not it. I'm not that person, but if I was that person, I can guarantee you, it wouldn't be you. You're not it. Now, there's a lot of things that are wrong with this scenario. One, it's super disrespectful to your Uber driver. If you're suggesting that your Uber driver, everything on Uber is about respect, whether it's respecting your passengers or respecting your driver. And if the notion that you're coming across as is the notion that subconsciously you think your driver's gonna kidnap you, it's super disrespectful. When somebody gets into my Uber and they're on the phone, my first instinct is try to kick them out. I don't even wanna deal with them. Tonight, I put up with it, but now your Uber driver's distracted because he's not listening to music, he's not looking out the road, he's listening to the background noises of somebody farting and going through cabinets at home, and that's a distraction. It's not a conversation, it's not something that's engaging. You're actually probably making your life more dangerous by doing it. On top of that, when a shark sees a school of fish, it's gonna go for the one that's wounded and acting like it's hurt. So if you're acting like you're insecure, like you're afraid, that's probably the victim. So street smarts go a whole lot further than brutal force. I don't know if you know this, but as an Uber driver, I haven't had somebody club me upside the head and take my vehicle, but I have had people finesse me, scam me, try me, disrespect me, lie to me, all types of psychological tactics. But so far, it's only gotten like close to physical once or twice, and the passenger has always ran away from me. So, if you are in this situation, you need to think very carefully about a few things. One, if you look vulnerable, you're probably making yourself vulnerable. You're letting the Uber driver know you're insecure, you're vulnerable, you're scared, and if that phone conversation drops or something, you lose signal, then you've already kind of put it's like you're putting yourself in that scenario. Why do that? I get women all the freaking time who are alone. Sometimes they're underage, they're not supposed to, but many times they are. You get women that are underage, women that are vulnerable, women that are intoxicated, women that are they're in weird situations doing weird things, and you get all types of scenarios. If you're just going to your mom's house on Uber, don't be on the phone acting like your Uber driver is going to take you hostage, because he ain't. But what you are doing is guaranteeing that if you fart or if you spill a drink or, I don't know, something happens, your Uber driver has just about had it with you. It's been my experience on Uber. I've only had like maybe 5 or 6 people do this to me. I had 2 people do it tonight. And I think it's because it's a Sunday night, and most people that take Ubers, it's just a weird, different crowd on a Sunday night, okay? It's not commuters, it's not regular people partying. It's a different type of crowd. People who probably don't use Uber on the regular. But what I learned about this situation today, and I look back on all the people that I have had them do this to me, is that you're more propensity to get kicked out of your Uber. You're more propensity for your Uber driver to get angry at you, which is actually more dangerous than the notion that your Uber driver is going to hurt you. Don't be that person. Don't disrespect your Uber driver. Grow some courage, grow some intellect, learn how to take care of yourself, learn how to have some street smarts, learn how to be able to interact with different people, learn how to be able to talk to people, because street smarts are going to get you a lot further in life than whatever the crap that scenario is. You look green, you look vulnerable, you look like a victim, you're putting yourself out as a victim. How other than a victim are you putting yourself out? And please believe me, there are bad people out there. And the notion that there's bad people out there means don't make yourself look like a victim. Because if you're on your phone, it's like a red flag for your Uber driver. In fact, your Uber driver might think that you're trying to set him up for something else, like you're going to get tracked by somebody, there may be a car following you, or you may be getting set up for a robbery, which means that your Uber driver is now needlessly more scared of you than you are of him. It's a stupid scenario with stupid behavior. Learn how to talk to people, learn how to interact with people, learn how to tell people I'm not interested in talking to you if that's what you want. If you want to be left alone, there's no problem with getting the Uber and say, hey man, I don't want to talk to nobody, I'm having a bad day, leave me alone. And that's it. Learn how to communicate, learn how to talk to people, learn how to treat and respect people, because at the end of the day, you're creating an absolutely awkward situation that doesn't have to exist out of your fear and your insecurities. And at the end of the day, if you want to be that person, be that person. But at the end of the day, out of all the Uber passengers I deal with, nothing gives me more of a desire than kicking somebody out of the vehicle than listening to their husband at home farting for half an hour.